Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It is March 17th. It's a Friday, and it's also St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. I guess we got to end green today, so that's the goal. I don't have high hopes for today. I think it's going to be, I think people are just kind of ready to get out of the markets, honestly, and kind of wrap this week up. I am looking at ENZ, which is our top gainer. I also want to be very attentive to the fact that Bitcoin ETF, both up almost 8%. VIX up 3%. So ARK is up slightly. The SPY is down. So kind of getting mixed signals here, but it does seem like maybe tech and high risk could be rallying a little bit more today. I mean, NASDAQ is right now just around neutral. So I'll be kind of calm and collected, wait for a good setup. We do have ENZ getting some resistance here, so maybe I'll look for that push back over VWAP, and then I'll be taking profits. But I'll only be entering if it really sells off first, get a little bit better of an entry. This ticker on the daily here, let's just quickly look at it. Healthcare, 50 million shares outstanding and a 58 million market cap. Doesn't really have any news coming up. Here we go. Yesterday or this morning, trading. Yeah, okay. A company announced it will sell its clinical laboratory to LabCorp. That's actually a pretty good catalyst, spinning off some division. I actually do like to see that kind of stuff. If 206 starts getting chipped away, yeah, that was quicker than I expected. A little bit of a size going on, nothing too crazy. Looking for that move back above VWAP. I think it's going to be a slower trade, so I won't record the whole thing. So we're getting a little bit of a potential higher low coming in. Low, higher low. And I still think we're going to fail to make a new high. But I do think there's a good chance we're going to see VWAP. Typically, I'm not trading backside and below VWAP. Right now, this is, so it's a little bit more of a high-risk trade. So I'm not going to be sizing up too much. But since the opportunities are so limited lately, I think it would be worth trying to get this little bounce here. Just quickly mapping out some zones on the daily. A lot of support and resistance right around $2. Keeping a close eye on that. We're also having the 180 SMA right below. So there could be really good support here. That's what we're looking for, seeing for this zone to hold. And we are right now, right by that. So giving a little bit of confidence in that move for sure. See if we can get that pop back to like 215, 213, maybe a little bit more. Starting to take a little bit of risk off. So we'll see if volume's fading here on a breakout. It's not exactly the most promising situation, but I'm still waiting for that possible break here, VWAP. I'm not sure if we're going to get it. It looks like we're going to maybe pull back here in a second. Just keep taking size off. I'm actually kind of surprised it's moving this quickly. Let's see if we can keep holding it here. Might just close the rest. Missed it. All right, I'll keep holding for now. Look at that. There was just a big bid right there. 100 shares popped up. So, which is actually 10,000 shares, because mine would actually only show as a 5. So if there's 100 there, it's not 100 shares. Add 2 zeros, it's 10,000. And I'm pulling back a little bit more. That we're going to get maybe that extra little pop here. I'll wait a little bit longer. Starting to fade, kind of closing out this position. I thought we were going to get that extra little pop. Unfortunately, we're not. Started selling a little bit lower. So, but it was overall a pretty nice trade. It was about a 3% move. Closing out the rest there. Still made $100. We gave back maybe 40% off the highs on that one. I thought we were going to get that break over VWAP, but not looking so good at the moment. But hey, I'll take $100 as a starter today for sure. So look at that. It actually did end up holding. I sold at 205, so I could have held on to that. Didn't exactly make me feel super comfortable as a strategy. I don't really like trading below VWAP, but hey, this one worked, and I'm happy with the fact that I was able to get green on it. PXMD is also probably worth watching. A lot of people talking about it in the chat room, and It's up 26%. It's the second biggest gapper. It's starting to trend higher. $2 is really big support, but we're all the way up to $3. So we're kind of slightly below this range right now. 280 or so could be, actually I would say even like $3 acting as pretty good support. Maybe even a little bit lower. Pharmaceutical, 12 million shares outstanding, 27 million market cap. And there is news. Actually, let's see, why is this company going up? No, just trading higher, so I don't see any news. Definitely want to be a little bit careful about that. Kind of a more aggressive trade right now, looking to ride this breakout a little bit. Here at VWAP, you want to be fairly aggressive on these because they tend not to hold very long and the pullbacks tend not to be so great. So here's that quick micro pullback, and now looking for that new high to pop up. My first entry was maybe a little bit aggressive. Let's see if 82.15 starts getting chipped away. Looking a little bit slow. Might close it. Very small size for now. But if 215 starts getting chipped away, I'll jump back on it. No. Looking kind of weak there. So a little $18 loss or so, or $20 loss. I thought we were really going to pop right back up and poop to a new high. I'm still going to watch it for a little bit longer though. Closed at 13. It's not holding so well. Well, it did work, but my failure was buying too high, right? I was buying here at 17. I top ticked this one. I thought we were going to get a micro pullback and continuation, which sometimes you see these really, really quick, aggressive moves. And that was this initial 5-minute breakout. But you really cannot buy it, not off a 9 EMA. You really set yourself up for failure on that. And that's what happened there. So that's why I messed that one up. Could have, should have, would have been better, but I got too excited. Oops, I forgot to click record, but there's a little bit of a hammer candle here. I try to get in. Still a lot of sellers, but looking for a bit of a bear trap. And maybe we'll get that last move to back to 23 or so. Still a lot of sellers on this one. Only got a small size. My first trade was 2,000 shares. Want to be careful. We are overall on the backside. Let's see if this can hold. There we go. There's still a lot of sellers there. But again, we've been seeing a lot of bull and bear traps, and this is one of those classic ones. We are above VWAP, but I'm not super sold. Yeah, it should be bouncing a little bit more at this point. Maybe we'll still get a bounce. I'm giving back profits here a little bit. I'll take my loss on it. Another small loss there. Could bounce here. I think I was a little bit too quick to pull the trigger on that one. In terms of selling, I think in terms of buying, I did actually a pretty good job. But selling, I think I was a little quick there. Yeah, a little bit too quick there again on my end. So just having a lack of trust in this ticker, and I'll tell you why. We did break this trend line. We do have good support here, so I should have committed to this a little bit more. But we overall are in a little bit of a channel here. I hate trading channels, ascending channels. Long bias, they do typically break to the downside, and when they do, they're quite aggressive. So that was always in the back of my head, and I think that messed me up a little bit on this trade, even though it could have been a little bit of a winner, but it would have never been, I think, a big winner, because I would have never been holding for that continuation here. Just way too risky at this point. And when you're dealing with a bearish setup, you're always risking that bigger flush, and I think those two things in the back of my mind kind of messed me up. Which, is a good thing because in a way, because helps me be more risk averse. Very interesting here on ENZ. I'm not totally sure how I want to go about it. I'm kind of just watching it thinking, oh boy, you know, it's on the backside. Very indecision price action. I think a lot of people are watching ENZ. Maybe we will rip forward again, but yeah, it's a tricky play. I wouldn't say like any very clean action that makes me just want to jump in on it. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit of size going here on this pullback. 5 minute move. 5 minutes not a fresh breakout, but it's okay. Volume's coming in slightly. It's almost 9 o'clock. Also important to consider. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of a pop. I definitely don't want to be buying it high like I was before. I want to give myself that ability to size a little bit down if I need to. Very, very small position size for now. Yeah, not holding. Well, I'm still green on the ticker. Yeah, I got flushed out there. See, it's really tough, very wicky ticker, and you just don't know if it's going to continue its descent. So, throwing me off. Oh, just missed my fill on LSDI, new ticker. I was looking for that move over, yeah, exactly what we're breaking over right now. Obviously, I didn't get my fill. Yeah, I'm long 32 shares. I'm not really sure what to do about that. Just got to be careful. These tickers pull back aggressively. Remember yesterday? Wow, beautiful pop. LSDI. Oh, that's actually almost zero share size. It's 907. This ticker is pharmaceutical, 16 million, 20 million market cap. Does have a catalyst, government contracts, really good catalyst. Let's see if it pulls back and holds. Right now it's still near the highs. Some other key zones is right around 2, and then looks like 250, whole and half dollars. Very typical kind of zones. I'd look for at least a bigger pullback at this point. Too risky buying high. Here we go. See if we can start sizing into it lightly. The more it pulls back, the more I'd be happy to size. The full 10% pullback would be really nice, but I'm not sure if we'll get something like that. Buyers coming in again. Just kind of trading the range here, getting comfortable with this ticker. Seeing if we can get back in the green. I missed recording it, but there was a huge wick and I didn't get filled. I had all my 3 limit orders up, so that was a little bit unfortunate. Right now we're crawling back the former 5 minutes. You want to be careful about that. Finding support around the VWAP. I think this could have that potential for popping higher here. Try to get filled. Yeah, tricky. We got another 10 minutes, 20 minutes before the market opens. Quick fill again. I'm not trying to stick around too long. Really don't trust this ticker so much. So either it pops and we get our profit, or else I'm out. Here we go. There's the bid. Let's see if it breaks out a little bit more. Not trying to stick around. Not trying to stick around. Very sketchy ticker. Also, the sell volume here was very high. Man, I'd love to start sizing again. The risk is insane. I just don't feel the need to be sizing, which is very frustrating, but it's fine as well. It's just a patience game. So get green and get out. Technically, a contract winner should be doing really well, but this ticker is really lacking. Wow, look at that. Yeah, and this ticker is lacking the volume. It should be over 300,000-400,000 for such a good catalyst. And yeah, I felt like there was something sketchy on this ticker. I really felt it on the order book. And there you have it. PXMD, which is a ticker I wasn't really looking at too much before, and we talked about just kind of briefly here. It was lacking a catalyst, but you know, it's on a little bit of a front side. Let's see if we can get some more momentum out of this one. Right now it had that big rejection off of 3. I'm hoping it's going to hold a little bit. There's a bit of a trend line going on this one, and I think it has that potential for a little bit of a breakout. So I'm going to keep an eye on PXMD at the open. Same with ENZ. Keep an eye on this one at the open, as we did break that trend line. Now we're holding above it, and man, if you were just range trading ENZ, you'd be up quite a bit. I mean, you could make probably 1.5% on it constantly, but really not typically a good way to rake in profits. I feel like it's a very easy way to trip over yourself and get stuck on a flush. So I typically don't do much range trading in that aspect, but hey, you know, this time would have worked. I feel like one of the best bets today could honestly be a red to green potential on ENZ, where if it sells off a little bit, maybe even slightly below $2, and then has that move back over VWAP. We'll see what happens. $2 definitely big support. Yeah, so I was very hesitant on trading ENZ. I didn't want to trade any of this, but actually this is kind of the move I was waiting for, a little bit of a sell-off here. It's officially red on the day. It opened fairly high, so this is about a 5% pullback already. Seeing if we are going to find some support and maybe start popping higher. First quick trade. Very, very small size. I want to see this start holding and then rip back higher, back above 220. So that's my goal. Crawling up. It looks like we might break through some big resistance zones here. Just watching. This is a pretty new 5 minutes, so I just want to give it a little bit of time. It's a good chance we're going to have a breakout trade, but I don't want to buy too high. Typically, I would be probably trading this one very, very high. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. I'm just not getting my fills where I'd like them, but that's fine. Let's give this one some time. This 5 minute has plenty of time now. Really, really showed some good support. Bigger pullback there. Let's see this one now hold and rip over 220. That's the goal. Still very, very small size. Holding. Holding really well. Looking for that move higher here. Possible bit of a pullback here before we move higher. Managing some of my risk. Maybe we'll rip higher again, but stronger pullback than I would have liked to see. Yeah, sad. Didn't get that pop that we were waiting for. Such a tough ticker. I'm a little cautious to trade it right now. Not really behaving the way I always expect it to. So you really want to look for traps in this market right now. Here was a good little trap. I missed that one. I was actually just out of the room for a second. So I'll keep an eye out for possible traps. Possible break over 22. I'd be pretty quick to take profits here. Classic 90 made pullback. That was a really nice setup. Only got 500 shares though. Feels like this could run to 225, 227 really fast. Really good setup here. Yup. There's a move. Be careful. I would be taking profits now. Good chance that we might see a flush right afterwards. So we'll see what happens. Yep, there it is. Yeah, it's such a crap market. Oh my god. Wow, it's a disaster. Might be worth to trade later on. PXMD holding. Might try to break VWAP here. So that actually doesn't look too bad. See if we can get a small entry on this one. I think I missed my fill there. ENZ actually holding pretty okay after that flush. So maybe there's some opportunity for this one to start crawling back up. The RUT Russell 2000 actually is starting to find maybe some support here. Maybe we'll get a little bit of bounce action. So we could see that being reciprocated among some of these smalls. HSTO, not a bad move. I wasn't really watching this ticker. I'm not sure if it'll come back. QTEK as well. But yeah, sub dollar. Yeah, it's not a lot of good stuff moving, that's for sure. If you just traded ENZ every time it flashed and just started trading some volatility after that, I think you'd be walking away green. So that might be a setup for today. Looking at HSTO, biotech, classic small cap with a catalyst below the 180 SMA, but it could be setting up an ABC pattern. I'm going to keep a close eye on this one for now. It's really the only thing that might be somewhat interesting. Everything else is just looking really nasty, so I'll keep an eye on it. Quick trade. Little bounce there. It's a little hard to trade this one because the extended decimal places. It's actually really difficult to trade this one. Looking to see a little bit more of a bounce. I want to see that 124 hold, and then ideally start chipping away at this 125. But right now it's I'm out. I don't like the fact that it's pulling right back again. I'll take a small little base hit, but I just don't feel comfortable really trading any of this. And we kind of are breaking this trend zone a little bit. Yeah, it's really, really difficult to want to sink your teeth into any one of these setups. Coin actually doesn't look too bad. If we see a bear trap below the 9 EMA, I'll definitely go for this one and look for that opportunity for a triple top, double top, something like that. Although we are absolutely very close to it already. I'm looking at, Bitcoin here, which might be starting to turn around a little bit. So maybe we can ride some of that wave. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on coin. See if we can get a better setup. HSTO finally pushing. Wow, I wasn't sure we were still going to see something like that. Really good to see the momentum. I just have such a distrust in some of these tickers, but that's kind of part of the game. I'll put a low limit order just in case we get a wick that goes down. Good to see some volume coming in though. We've really been needing some more volume. It's actually holding here really well. Watching this 141 zone. It was getting chipped away, but then pretty much held right away again. It's a good sign. Not sure if we're going to dip below 141. But I'd rather set myself up just in case there's a bit of like a freak pullback or something like that. Especially in this market. If this was a hot market, I'd be buying right now quite aggressively. I'm not even sure if we're going to get any continuation out of this. Yeah, slow. Yeah, okay, you know what? So I just stopped trading. I imported my trades. I had 13 trades today. It was a real slugfest out there, and this week was, I mean, it was green, but it was not it was tough. Yeah, 13 trades, 61% win ratio, profit margin 23%. I like the fact that my percent is bigger than my average loss, but I took too much size on my big losers, and overall my size is still tiny though, and I don't know. I really like this winning trade. The problem was this winning trade exactly is the one I didn't get filled on properly. Yeah, you guys saw it in the beginning. I don't know. HSTO, could I have done more trading on it? Yeah, there's definitely these bear traps that I should have started trading, but I don't know, man. Today I just found very, very difficult, and I don't know why I didn't pay more attention to these bear traps. I even, said that's what I want to be doing. Coin was like the last thing I was looking at, where I think it was right here. I was like, I wanted to do this pullback and get a bear trap. That would have worked out. With LSDI, yeah, this was a tough ticker, and this flush here was just so devastating. And then we had ENZ, our last ticker. I mean, today was just a really, really tough day. I found it was a day where I feel like getting aggressive just didn't really pan out. And I tried so many times on ENZ. I mean, you guys saw it. So I'm just happy I avoided some really big mistakes because I think it would have been really easy to lose money today. So I'm pretty happy about that. Not crazy about, how much is red today. And I feel like our top gainers today also weren't that great. So I'll take my small little win today. Anyway, guys, happy St. Paddy's Day. I'll see you then first thing. Maybe Monday morning. I'm not sure. I am skiing. I'm going to be on a ski trip in Südtirol for till next Sunday. So I will be gone, but I'm not sure if I'll get any trading in. We'll see. So maybe I'll see you guys Monday. If not, have a great St. Patrick's Day and have a great weekend. Like always, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.